think it's gonna work.
Belgian waffles, Belgian waffles, Belgian waffles, splash in the coffee. Belgian waffles, Belgian waffles, Belgian waffles, splash in the coffee.
Artichokes,
Artichokes-a-rooney,
broccoli,
broccoli-a-rooney,
gazpacho,
gazpacho-a-rooney.
Caesar salad and a crepe.
Let's discuss this. Let's see. I guess that sounds natural. I can't tell. It's hard for me to tell. Let's point some things out to you real fast. Oh, what is this right here? What is that? Ah, funny you should ask. That's a Tannenbaum. Ah, what's this here behind me? Oh, what is this? This fun. Oh, what is this? Huh? Ah, funny you should ask. It's a festive pillow. Oh, what's that back there? That is a red holiday ornament, decoration. What is this that I'm wearing? Oh, it's a sweater to keep me warm. What is this? Oh, it is Christopher Kringle himself. It is Sinterklaas. It is Belsnickel. It is Saint Nick. Well, oh, hold on, this'll. What is this on my head? What is this festive? I don't know why I should not have put that on. I don't know why I ever think. I always think it's gonna work, and I always think it's gonna look natural. It never looks natural. I don't know why. I think there's a lot of YouTube videos. They're not good, most of them, because there's so many, and I could talk about the bad ones all day long. So there's a tilt. Better. Here's the thing. I don't want to do something that's overdone. I think that there's a lot of commentary videos, and great. I love a good making fun of other videos just as much as the next guy. Show me a stupid video, and I'll show you commentary. Here's what I am willing to do. I don't want to just make a commentary video. I want to, though, point out something I don't like, and I don't like people wasting my time for money. So, I'm going to be making fun of a YouTube video today. It's going to be probably boring, because here's the thing, it's going to be just too relatable. I'm not going to be presenting something that you haven't seen before and saying, look at how wacky this thing is. Bet you haven't seen anything like this before. I'm going to be showing something I know you've seen it before, and I'm going to be saying how much I hate it, because I guarantee you everybody has seen what I'm going to show you. You're getting one commentary video from me. I'm going to do one video where I watch some videos and I make jokes about the videos, and then I don't do this again. I do everything perfectly, but I'm not going to keep doing that. Here's what I'm going to talk about. I think his name is Tai Lopez. You've probably seen Tai Lopez's videos when you were trying to watch a video you wanted to watch, and instead you had to watch his video. He has a really interesting accent that I can't quite place. So California. Evidently he made a lot of money, and he's a big personality, and you should listen to him if you also want to make a lot of money, but people don't like you. To me, the bad thing about his videos aren't that he makes them and I don't like his personality. It's that he makes them and he knows that it's just wasting my time, because I can tell the way he does them are to intentionally get me to watch more and more of a video that goes nowhere, and I can't quite figure out why. I don't care enough about YouTube to figure out how the whole YouTube algorithm, the magic YouTube algorithm works. I don't care enough about it to research that. I guess for some reason he wants his ads to be really long so he can make money. I don't know how exactly that works, but he really wants that. I'm going to be using a old iPhone because my laptop does not load these videos fast enough, and all the other technology that I own
does not load these videos fast enough.
So if I look really awkward while using the phone, that's because it is somewhat awkward for me to use it. I don't use it frequently enough to get comfortable with it, and I won't. So sorry. We're gonna start out with this video. It's got 7.4 thousand views. But basically, yeah, Tai Lopez. He has 1.2 million subscribers, and this video is 21 seconds long. So this one actually doesn't waste the time so much. But I'm gonna watch it like this, even though I can already see that the video is in portrait rather than landscape. I don't want to knock you if you film all your videos in portrait instead of landscape and you are just making videos for yourself, but if you're doing commercial videos or you're doing videos for a reason, if you're gonna make videos that you want other people to see that aren't just for yourself, do it the patriotic way and hold the phone like this when you film, because if you hold it up and down, like vertically, it's gonna look awful. And I'm gonna make a video about how much I hate it. You see, every one of these brands here in Times Square in New York, they're basically all gonna be disruptive. Most of them will disappear. You know who will take their place? You should. Ty's gonna tell you.
If you can make it here, they say you can make it anywhere. But if you notice, all those brands up there, they're all being disrupted. Almost every one of those brands will be gone. The question is, who's gonna fill their place? Because people are still buying online. People are still buying, they're just not buying in the old way. You should be doing it. You should be doing it.
So, a couple of things. So the first thing I noticed about that video is it has no point. You see all these brands here? They're disruptive. They're gonna be gone. You know who should be a brand? You. The second annoying thing is that I get what he's saying. I guess. Yeah, get ready, because you're the brand of the future. How is that helpful to anybody? Because you're going to realize that 21 second long video is all his videos, just if you cut out most of the talking of it. It gets down, he says, you know how to make a lot of money? Be motivated. And it's like, well, hold on. I thought you were going to give me some empirical way to make money. And then he never does. So that's the first thing that annoys me. Second thing I noticed about that video is he chose one of the most inopportune times to film it, because from what I could tell, there was yelling, I mean it's Times Square, and there were sirens going on around him. To me, I don't know what his thought process was when he decided he was going to film that video. It almost seems like he just decided to get out his phone while he was walking in Times Square, because he wasn't walking and talking to anybody, and then he just said nonsense, and then he posted it. I know it's crazy to think about people not thinking about what they're going to say or film before they do it, and then letting other people see that. I know that's an insane thought, but people do that. People really just film stuff and then show it. It's insane, I know, but people do that. Oh, well, he got one here called "Watch This If You Feel Sad, Lost, or Depressed."
Out of the ashes you will rise. I can say that if you feel sad, lost, depressed, if your health is suffering, finances are in the gutter, social life, you're lonely, depression, if you're in a fog all day, can't find that happiness that everybody seeks. Out of the ashes, you will rise. That's at the end of the day, the quickest summary. You can look through and read books trying to find the purpose of life. No one knows exactly the purpose of life, but what we do know is that you will be tested and you can rise above the test. The ashes represent the nothingness. Everything that you thought you had burnt down, and then you rebuild. And you rebuild better. And that's the faith, hope that you must have. Some people stay in the ashes. They can never quite get it together, but you're different. You've heard this, and you now understand, I hope, that it's a good thing that the ashes are there. Because now you rebuild, like Alan Nation said, in the image that you have for us.
That's it. Out of the ashes you will rise. What else does he need to say, really? Tai discovered the secret to happiness, to lasting happiness. It's out of the ashes, you will rise. Okay, all the stock footage that he's using is so out of context to me. And also, I feel like most of it's interchanging happy with sad, and it's not on cue with when he's talking about being happy or being sad. It makes no sense to me. The use of stock footage is something to be very careful with, because it has to make sense, and it does not make sense. My favorite thing that he said in that video, and when I say favorite, I mean the thing that I hated the most that he said that I can use the most for commentary. He goes, "Some people stay in the ashes forever. They never get back up. But you're different, because you've seen this video and you've heard this now, and you'll go out there and you'll make something." Tai, here's the thing. Maybe watching your videos doesn't actually cure somebody of depression. I wouldn't know. I'm no psychological expert. Okay, so this one is called the 10 Rules of Making Money. I wanted to end on this one because this is the one that I feel like is going to most demonstrate what I meant in the first place. It's mostly been him saying nonsense words that he thinks are either A, inspirational, or B, useful success tips. Neither of those things are true. None of it should be listened to, but that's, I think, what he thinks it is. This is different because this is what he thinks actual economic advice is, and I wanted to show it to you because it's not.
There are 10 important rules to money. I learned some of these the hard way, and some of them I learned easier. People taught me, and I was smart enough to listen. Wasn't always smart enough, but let me give you a few of these rules. Maybe they'll help you out. Number one, you have to do the opposite. When most people are putting money out, you have to be pulling money in, and when most people are pulling money in, you got to be putting it out.
Okay, this is one of the things that I actually have noticed about it too, is that he says that he's going to give you advice, and then he says a economic concept that is not, has no meaning. Because I know he thinks that if you were sitting in on a lecture of his taught at Tai Lopez University online, that you would know what that means, or that you would take it for truth. I feel like most people that watch this are thinking, I'm gonna hear at least what one person thinks are the top 10 rules to making money, and then there are no rules.
This contrarian approach is probably the fundamental rule to money. I'll give you a little example. I was at the bookstore, Barnes & Noble, with my buddy, and I said to him, I said, you should buy this book. It was a good book that I've read before. He picked it up, a big thick book. We walked down to the checkout, and when he saw the price, when the lady was checking him out, it was $120. And he was like, dude, I ain't spending $120 on a book. So he wanted to pull his money back in instead of putting it out. And I looked at him, and I looked down at his shoes. I said, what shoes are you wearing? And he said, Nikes. Jordans, I think.
Nikes. He said Jordans, I think. Maybe just, if you're gonna lie and make up this story, just go with the first one that you said. / most importantly, if there's anything that has to be said, it's edit your videos. If you make a mistake, just take it out. I record a 40-minute long video here, and then I take most of it out. I've never seen him do that before, except in the video where you'll rise from the ashes. Because it was because of the B-roll.
I said, how much do those shoes cost you? He said, $120. I said, see, you don't understand the rules of money. Most people are gladly put money out for things like shoes that don't do anything. There's no upside to shoes. Obviously, you need them.
There is no upside to shoes. I get what he's saying, because this guy evidently wants to spend more on his Nike Jordans than he wants to spend on a book that will help him, maybe, that Tai Lopez recommends. The thing about Tai Lopez is he can't really be saying, I don't know, this is not Tai Lopez, this is a phone. Right now he's making commentary about people spending money on things that don't matter, but also most of his videos are him taking you around his giant house / a different house every time he shows you his house, because he films them in other people's houses. And he films a really long video about all the stuff he owns, and then tells you how you can also get that stuff, which is contrary to the times when he talks about how people have to work really hard to get what they got, and also the times when he talks about maybe not spending so much on your Nike Jordan shoes and instead buying a book.
In the moment, but I'm fixing something over here on the ladder.
They're fixing something over here on the ladder in the giant house that I just showed a little bit more off of. Don't waste your money. Spend it on books. Don't spend it on shoes or this giant house.
You know, there's no upside. This book, most people aren't going to put money out. They're going to pull their money back and say, I'm not spending $120 on a book. But that book was a book by Charlie Munger on everything he learned. He's, I think, 92 years old on becoming a billionaire. I said, man, you're thinking backwards. You have to learn to be contrarian and go against the crowd. And so I learned this when I was, I don't know, 19, 20 years old. This old guy, Dr. Gordon Hazard, one of the richest men in Mississippi,
I was in his pickup truck, and he was an old farmer, and we were driving through, and he said, "Tai, look out there. You see all that land out there?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "Well, every day I go to bed, I wake up, the land's worth a little bit more. It appreciates." He said, "You see all those cows out there eating the grass?" He said, "Every day, sun shines, the rain falls, grass grows, and the cows eat that grass, and they get a little heavier." And he says, "At the end of the year, I take them down and I sell them by the pound."
Why to me does this man not seem real at all? Why does this farmer that takes Tai out in the early morning on his truck and says, "Land appreciates, as do the cattle of my field, as does the sun upon the grass"? Why do I feel like this is totally made up? Maybe it's because every story Tai Lopez has told has been made up. Do I need to keep calling him by his full name, Tai Lopez?
No, I don't.
Does it roll off the tongue a little bit? Yes, it does. Rule number 9 for making money: have the name Tai Lopez.
So every day, those cows, the value is appreciating. And he looked at me and he said, "Tai, never invest in things that rust, rot, and depreciate. Things that go down in value." And he told me, he said, "You know, only things I have, Tai, that depreciate are this old pickup truck." We were in a super old pickup truck, even though he was a millionaire. He said, "I got a hammer and a crowbar in the back." And he said, "If the economy gets bad, I could sell the hammer." His point was, almost all of his net worth, almost all of his assets weren't appreciating, were in things that appreciate. So this is tied into principle number 1. When most people are putting money out, you should be pulling your money back in. When you see your friends spending money on stuff, let them spend it on you. I read about this billionaire who came to America from Turkey.
I can't watch any more of the videos because A, I'm not going to edit that. B, I'm not going to want to watch those videos again to edit them. And most importantly, also, I don't like his videos at all. So, just suffice it to say, I found those videos because you can't watch a lot of YouTube without his videos coming up. I watched an entire video where he just walked around his house and he talked about all the stuff he had and how he acquired each of the items in his house with a different economic principle that he came up with on the fly. So if it's all just an act, I would believe it. If he really is rich, I don't know how he got so rich because I haven't heard a real economic principle from him. If he just decided that once he got rich he was going to impart his information, if he just decided that once he was living the high life that he was going to pass down how he became so successful, so he turned on the camera one day and then forgot everything about how he made it to where he was, so he just said nonsense. That's also a very believable explanation to me. The main problem I have is not that he's out there making videos that people are watching. And my main problem is they've become YouTube ads, and then they're being shoved in my face a lot, because if there's one thing he does, it's waste my time, and he gets me to watch a 20-minute long video. Not me anymore, because if I watch another one of his videos, I'll burn YouTube. Either way, that's that. I wanted to show you that I'm not going to be doing commentary videos because, of course, I'm not. Commentary videos are great, don't get me wrong. Love a good commentary video.
Not what I'm doing.
You better believe that it's Christmas in Christmastown. You can't see it, but right to the side of the camera, there's a very interesting Christmas village set up. So I'm going to be probably making some more videos. I know you probably don't care. We'll see. There's nothing to stick around for, so just go. Click off the video now, because I'll just sit here. So click away when you choose to. You think I'm kidding? Okay, yeah, they're probably gone now. Nobody stayed. Nobody stuck around. Haha, you got yoked. Nobody stuck around. Sorry. Sorry. There was nothing to see. You thought you were gonna stick around to see something? You didn't see anything. Sorry. What can I say? Nothing. I'm not gonna explain myself. Sorry.